I am sure sports. You know me there, from coast to coast representing. I mean, I say this is righteous representing for Omar. You don't know, come get the sports over here from near and far. Boy. Me say I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. If me not sure, that me not say it. Know who score, that me not say it. Never know no game play, that me not say it. If me never seen a game, me not know who play. For your sports news, better come over here so. For your soccer news, then come over here so. If you don't love sports, still come over here so. For the day done, you a go love over here so.
So when it comes on to behavior concerning football, Jamaica is decent. I am sure that if we can get all of these things done, set in place by the end of April, it gives us enough time before the World Cup campaign. Not afraid of no Brazil, no Argentina with these crap of players. We are good enough. Remember, like, subscribe, share. Listen, comment, let me know what your thoughts are.
Trick Nick Jerk Marinade gives your meats and vegetables authentic Jamaican jerk flavor. The spices are directly from Jamaica. Spices like jerk seasoning, allspice, Scotch bonnet pepper, fresh scallions, thyme, ginger, and garlic. The key ingredients to a great jerk marinade. 0% sugar and low in sodium. You want to try it?
Made up of 18 Jamaican herbs and spices. Add delicious, bold flavor to your next grilling experience. Flavoring sauce, a marinade, basting, condiment, or topping. Trick Nick Jerk Barbecue Sauce.
Bang 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 bang. And then the ranks become repetitive again. And this time it's all about Ali Cup. It's up. You know it go. August 12 and 13 on the school grounds of Aggie Animal. If you don't know what that is, it's Excelsior High School, 137 Mountain View Avenue. Make sure you're there. It's a big day. Because guess what? The organizers, the man called Chris Daly and the man called Sambo. Big up Zengabat, big up Fuba, big up all Excelsior people. Because you know, for the Excelsior person, you're Excelsior person. You know. Everybody big up. Make sure you're there. It's a big day, August 12 and 13. Ali Cup, because Ali life have to live on. And from we say it have to go, so and so it have to go. So all Excelsior people, big up. And remember, we start out with 8 teams, but remember, 4 forward, so 12 this year. So you know, next year it can be 24. So make sure you score. Daily Rank say, big up, Ali Cup, August 12 and 13, 2022. Mad.
Hey, good morning. Welcome to I Am Sure Sports. I am your host, Maninsman. Hope you're having a top morning this morning. We're going to discuss today on our show some Reggae Girls football. Yes, we are on the eve of our game against against Canada in the semifinals of the CONCACAF Senior Women's Championship, right? And we have already qualified for the World Cup, but if we win our game, we could see ourselves in the Olympics as well as in the World Cup. Third place could also help us as well because it still gives us an opportunity to play to get into the World Cup. We're also going to be in the Gold Cup based on this. So there's a lot of good things happening in the football for Jamaica in terms of on the female end. But we want to do some very important things before we get into the main topic of discussion this morning. So if you're on the stream, please ensure that you hit the like button. And if you're not a subscriber of the platform, please subscribe to the platform now. That would be very good. It would help us and it would help you. We have some great things that are in store for you. Some big plans are coming up. Big plans. We're broadening the landscape, increasing the platform, um, yeah, and doing some new and dynamic things, unprecedented things in the space and on these platforms. So you can stay tuned and listen up for some of that with some of the persons who you generally see on the platform working alongside me. I'm very grateful for all the help and support that I've received from so many of my friends. They come on at my beck and call. They come on and they participate in the program, and they have helped to make the program go. A lot of work, but I don't do this alone. There are many persons who have helped me, past footballers, just friends of mine, footballers who are presently in the market space, administrators. I mean, so many persons in every facet of life and business and sports. I have persons who support me. Of course, the family as well. And so we always give thanks for relationships. Relationships are very, very important, right? So we have to give thanks for our relationships. The great, the Bible teaches, whether you are, listen, at the end of the day, I want you to know this, right? Every man believes something. And what religion is belief. If you, anything you believe, it forms a part of a religion, right? So we may not believe the same thing, but here's what I know, that whomever you serve or worship, there is a commitment to love that one and to love the people associated to that one. So, the creator of the heavens and the earth, the greatest thing man can do is to love God and love people. What do you call it? So, relationships are important, the vertical relationship and the horizontal relationship. And so, we must seek to live good with each other in every way, right? Family matters, friends matter. So you see the opportunities that you have alive. Tell your loved ones that you love them. Tell your sons, your daughters, your spouse, cousins, nieces, nephews, aunts, uncles, your grandparents. Just call them today, man. Send them a text message and say, just want you to know that I love you. You understand me, and I appreciate you. Because you never know when someone will be 6 feet under. And it could be you, and it could be me. So let's not miss the opportunity to tell people that we love and appreciate them. Understand me? All right. Big up to all the subscribers as well. The channel continues to increase. We're nearing 4,000, and so many of you have helped. You tell somebody else about the platform, and you say, "Listen, man is doing some work. Go and give him some love and show him some love and support him." And that person subscribes, and so we appreciate that, and I appreciate you. Sometimes we argue, and sometimes you feel disrespected and I feel disrespected, but we come back the next day and we get on. Because, we are bigger than the words. We are bigger than the words. We are about what's best for sports in general, though we focus predominantly on football. And that's part of the changing dynamic of, I am sure, sports. You're going to be seeing that very soon. All right. Also want to big up the sponsors. You understand me? These are the people who behind the scene, they will call management and say, listen, you need to upgrade this, you need to upgrade this, you need to make the quality better. If you add this to it, all right, let us give you 10 cents, let us give you 5 cents, let us give you 2 cents, let us give you some common sense, and then it works. So big up Prestige Finance, lending a helping hand when you need it the most. You can call Prestige Finance at 876-884-7390. They are located in Linstead, St. Catherine, Jamaica, and they'll lend you up to $200,000 at 0 to 4% interest rate. If you tell them that you heard about them from I Am Sure Sports, there'll be no processing fee, and you'll get same day processing. Give them a call and find out how you can help your kids back to school. Yes, indeed. We are blessed indeed. Also to Launch Legacy, where they handle risk and seek legacy for all your personal insurance needs in Canada and the USA. Visit Launch Legacy at launchlegacy.com or call or text them at 647-989-0782. When you no longer can work for money, Launch Legacy will cause your money to start working for you. Big up Blacker Bill, big time baller from Reno, Mannings. Big up yourself, bro. Good health, good health, good health. Hope your health continue to get better, my brother. Anonymous OG, ever depot, blessings, man. Brown man security tight. That me mean. DJ Liverpool, Ramon. Once a girl is mad, big up yourself, me G. Bless up, me G. No fool around here. It is, they call it killer pool. Anyways, Manchester beat you yesterday still. Foreign Spider. Bless up in a Ian Campbell. Ever blessed, ever strong. Peace out. People, I want you to give me 5 minutes, right? 5 minutes because I have to rant on a sport that is not football. All right, let me give you some details. Pioneer is here. What you mean, man? I have no fear. People, all right, so you know, Pioneer promised you a show tonight, but we have a very special interview with Mr. Christopher Williams, right? So that interview with Mr. Christopher Williams is scheduled for 8:15 local time for the persons in the States. If you're in California, that's like 6:15. If you're in on the East Coast, you know, it is 9:15 tonight p.m. All right, Canada 9:15 p.m. depending on where you are in Canada. In the UK, that would be what now? 2:15 a.m. All right, in England, in the UK. All right, so Mr. Christopher Williams will be on at that time. That's around an hour. He's going to be on talking about. You see the thumbnail. That's what he's going to be presenting on. You see, as soon as that is finished, we're gonna have our track and field show where, yeah, man, where Pioneer will be back and Preacher will be back and Sean Grant will be back again and CC will be back again. And you know, the expert, the man who call the races right, man in the man. We're going to try to get the great Coach Binzi to come on. And it's kind of late for him because in bedtime early, you know, you understand? Under heavy, man. Big up Coach Binzi wherever you are. Ryan LFC, all the other vloggers, Talawa TV, Military Guna, Formula, Unseen Sport, IMAX it, Reggae Boys commentary. You understand me? Dre any weather. You understand me? This and that. We big up all of the platform there. Bless up on yourself. All persons in this space. A lot of love and respect. You understand me? You understand me? Keep doing the work, put in the work, you understand me? Because teamwork make the dream work. You understand me? No division. Let's keep the vision and spread the word. Listen, I have to talk about this and then we get into the Reggae Girls team. Since I've been watching sport, one of the sporting bodies that I think have been the worst in terms of its administration, that keeps getting a pass and a bye, is the West Indies Cricket Board. All right? Now watch this. West Indies. No cricket still, but I have to say this. I have this platform and regularly me get time and space to deal with this. We beat administrators in Jamaica. The little girls who ran the 4x1 or under 20 girls. We beat the administrators. They came out and apologized about the, not having done any sort of testing so that the time could be verified, and we beat them. The JFF, we beat the JFF. We say even when teams qualify, don't give them no credit. We beat them. We beat them bad. We beat government. Brethren, at times we start beat the West Indies Cricket Board. I'm going to tell you why. And the people who run cricket in the West Indies, the whole of them forget pack up in a barrel. You understand me? I'm going to tell you why. West Indies play Bangladesh in the T20s in this series presently and beat them. They play them in tests and beat them. The West Indies Cricket Board and the people them who run it take the West Indies cricket team and the Bangladesh cricket team and put them in a Guyana to play cricket in a one day. What is the big issue with that? Guyana, as all of us know, along with Trinidad, but Guyana predominantly is the pitch that is the worst in terms of batting conditions. One of the worst because it facilitates spin. It is slow and uneven in its bounce. It facilitates spin. Since the era of the Brian Lara and the Carl Hooper them and the Richie Richardson them, West Indies now have no batsman that have successfully maneuvered spin bowling. The last one is Shanja Paul. How the hell the West Indies Cricket Board, of all the venues in the entire Caribbean, bring Bangladesh and West Indies to go play upon a Guyana pitch? When the Bangladesh team, every time their spin bowler play against West Indies, the spin bowlers give us problems. Why would you put them on that? The man them get bowled out for under 150 in 2 one-day games. When in the T20 games, they were making over 150 runs every time on different pitches. These people are mad administrators. In fact, of the top 10 one-day cricketing nations, the 2 teams with the lowest averages against spin is West Indies and Bangladesh. What that means is that of the 10 teams, the 2 worst teams playing spin is West Indies and Bangladesh. The worst being West Indies. And we bring them on them. In fact, the West Indies are playing upon a spinning wicket. And the way the administrators them poor, them have 1 spin bowler and be a pace. Bangladesh bowler the man them for 108. It thinks that them things are madness. The Caribbean need to demonstrate and get out the West Indies Cricket Board. It's like how we want to vote out GFF and them people there. So we get rid of the West Indies. They mash up cricket across the Caribbean. Madness. And a time for people. You see the cricketing people them we jump on the football. And if we go back and talk about some cricket and beat them man. Madness. Why you play in Guyana? Why would you play the game in Guyana? Why not go St. Lucia or Antigua? The batsmen and farm poor run most T20 runs over the year, since the year, along with Ravman Powell. Why wouldn't you put those players in batting conditions that give them the best opportunity to excel? Why you go put them on them? Figure play upon spin. And none of them on them can bat spin, brother. You people, me and watch a lot of cricket. Somebody tell me the last batsman you see for West Indies who look like they can play spin. Not Shanja Paul, man. And the man had to play until he was 40 at the year old. I kick him out. I think I never do want to leave because I know so nobody in there can bat spin. Madness. So I have to talk about that, you know. I had to talk, but I can't believe it. Somebody from the West Indies Cricket Board need to come. Billy Heaven gone to heaven, you know. Him not about, you know. You never know saying gone to heaven long time. Him not about, you know, so you can't see him. The man got raptured. The man got caught up. A chariot came for him like how he came for Enoch and he gone. Coming not to hear from Billy Havens. Pioneer, you don't have to leave it. Want to Billy Haven, man. Come on, no, me still there and the man get raptured, you know. Me not supposed to there, you know, because if him gone, me supposed to gone to a madness. Pioneer, well, as I see Billy. Well, as I see. When I see Billy Haven. Come on, no, me still there, because obviously he gone to heaven. Me want to know what me still do here, so cause Billy haven't gone to heaven, you know, because he has been caught up. I cannot understand. Editor-in-chief, maybe somebody who then at the cricket longer than me, because like me I say, me come catch the back end of the Viv Richards leadership. And right after that, Richard Richardson. From them time, me I watch the cricket. So maybe before that, me miss out on some things. But I know that since Chanjapal, editor-in-chief, tell me, since Chanjapal, who has been able to bat, spin properly in the West Indies team, that we would take in a time when we need to, we are one of the worst one-day. We are one of the worst ranked one-day teams. Why would we play the match in Guyana? It's not like them will have a lot of spectators turn out. The stands are empty. You know, play it in one of the smaller islands, them brother. Where them people take holiday if you watch cricket. Where Wally runs can make 108 against Bangladesh. Come on, man. Like I said, wait a not a rain down a Guyana there. But you're right, if I the test match, you know it would have rain out. But somebody probably like Duckland, tell me something, man. Yeah, and Jason, because Jason look like he know the cricket, you know. All right, so we're gonna leave it. We're gonna leave it, DJ. Come on, if you talk about it, man. I was so disappointed. You see, you wait at the rapture. Hey, a long time, Brethren. Billy Haven, at the head of the Jamaica, a long time, a long time. A long time. I not seen or hear from the man. Long time. How can you play against the same team in 3 formats, beat them in 2, and see in 1 format? Same team that you're playing against. Because you change the pitch. That's what I've said. Because the only thing that changes in the editor in chief is the surface. The surface is conducive to spin. And from I've been watching West Indies cricket outside of the Jimmy Adams, Shiv and Lara, none of them on them can't but spin, man. Can't but spin. So why would you play it on a pitch conducive to spin? Me not understand that. So the administrators them need to come and tell you why. Because it cannot be for fan support. Cannot be. And on that note, to save herself. See one cricket man here. Because him play cricket, you know. He a big cricketer this, you know. Management leave West Indies cricket alone, my boss. Less stress. All right. Back to some. Let's get. let's get back to some good news. Let's get back to the female team. So you'd have seen the thumbnail, people. And on the thumbnail, you know, the mercy, yeah, man. On the thumbnail, you'd have seen that. Listen, I don't really. I would be happy if we beat Canada, but if Canada beat us, I don't care, because guess what? The main goal has been achieved. Therefore, anything after that is bonus. If we finish 3rd, 2nd, or 1st, it's bonus. The mission accomplished. And the best place you can be is when, you know, like when kids complete, say, primary school, and they know that they have done their PEP or their common entrance or their GSAT, and they know that they are going to go to the school of their choice. So now that they know that they have gone to the school of their choice, here's what happened. Like, school is just about having fun, because you won't be at the school in the next 3 weeks. I think that is the kind of approach that is going to benefit Jamaica in this game. The shackles are off. Great freedom. We have absolutely nothing to lose. All the pressure is on the Canadians, because the Canadians are the 2nd-ranked team in the world. Listen, people talk about the men having a harder qualification. Jamaica, to qualify, must play on the female side, always play the number 1 or the number 2 or both on the female side in their qualification. and they are ranked, Jamaica, that is, in the 50s. So I think the pressure is completely off Jamaica. So we can go full scale, I think, attack, because we have nothing to lose. We have nothing. If we get 5, if we get 6, if we get 10, it matters nothing. However, I think the coach should set up the team to go at the Canadians. They're a very good team, and they will score. Yeah. I hear what Sauti is saying. Jason, let me just answer a couple of questions. Jason is saying that document sorted out. I heard that she will be ready for tomorrow, but I'll confirm that before the end of the show. That Jade will be ready, right, for tomorrow. All right. And for the Chelsea fans, you'll be happy to know that Raheem Sterling is, at training with Chelsea. So, yeah. So let me just confirm. So she should be ready. Yeah, she should be ready for tomorrow. So that gives us added help. All right. But Bert asks a good question. He says, so you're not interested in qualifying for the Olympics? All right. Yes, but it is easier because for the Olympics, right? Because my understanding, unless something has changed, is that the yeah. Yeah, so let me say right. So I'm trying to find it. I think the third place team also, which I think is given that Canada's second place team, if we can beat them, great. But if we finish third, we can still qualify for the Olympics. Yeah? All right. So let's find it and tell you. All right. All right. All right. Yeah. So Jade should be able to play in the game. All right. Let me just. So I'm trying to get the Olympic qualifications, right? So the first thing is that if we lose to Canada, I don't feel bad. I think we play with more freedom, so we go out there to win. I think the third place team, the third and fourth place. So say let's assume that USA beats Costa Rica, Canada beats Jamaica. I think our best bet is to beat Costa Rica, finish third, and that qualifies us to the Olympics. Yeah. Eagle Republic. Brownman says, Manins, we're going to beat them tomorrow, Manins. Okay, that would be good, That would be good. That would be good. I want us to beat them, but I'm not, like, if it don't happen, I would not be disappointed. Like, it matters little to me because I think the main goal has been achieved. All right, Eagle Republic then says, I am glad that the girls have shown that one Jamaica looks like. We have almost completed one whole qualifying cycle and we have not had the dirty word appear. Come up. Olympic football overrated, but it's a good opportunity. You understand me? The more stuff you're playing at that level, it better, more exposure for the players. Are we going to get more better players? Let me say this. We are going to get, I think other players are lined up to try out for the squad in specific position that needs to be plugged. I wouldn't say, you understand me? Because you have to also find players that will gel at this point. And you know how it is. You don't want a complete overall because some people want everybody to leave and a new set of people to come in. You can't do that. You can't have massive changes now that you have qualified because there are some quality players in the team, right? So I think though they are in the areas that we looked weak, we strengthen in those areas, right? I think that's what we need to do. Big up Peso, Dewey and Shirley as well. If we try and go for the Olympic as well, we'll get more games and meet teams we normally play against. Yeah, all right. Big talk that Eagle. The qualification is a repudiation of the whole local versus foreign-based argument. One Jamaica. Only through unity of mind and purpose will make us better. All right. I think I honestly, I don't think our qualification had nothing to do with local. I think that was just a YouTube thing. Because every time I talk to the players, they said there was nothing like that. But let's leave it alone. I think that was a lot of that was a YouTube thing. A lot of what happened in the men program about local and overseas base was not amongst the players. So we don't, yeah, you understand me? That's what I would say. In the qualifiers. All right. Let me just confirm the Olympic situation. Yeah. The girls team have much options in the middle. Jade, top player from Liverpool, but Drew is my favorite CM. Ian Campbell says no more than 4 additional players. Yeah, right. So I think that is it. We have to be very careful because you don't want to bring in 10, 11 players and that like a completely new team. Yeah, you don't want to do that. That could create problems. So when we say better players, we must be very, very careful. I think it is always easier to integrate players in the qualifying process than when players qualify for the World Cup. Because the truth is, are we going to win the World Cup this time around? I don't think so. So we need to look at the team and say, okay, who can we have for the next cycle? Who can we bring into the team that is good enough to play now and be ready for the next cycle so we can qualify again? All of those factors. Where are we weak and need to plug gaps? All right? What if something goes wrong with Bonishaw? Who replaces her? What about our wingback situations? Who is that CDM that wins the ball, tackles, work hard? All right? Who is that additional winger? And then you look at that, you plug those gaps, and then, yeah, you understand me? There will be a playoff with the second and third place team in September for the second Olympics. There you go. Yep. Yeah. There you go. So the winner automatically qualifies for the Olympics. And the second place team and the third place team. So, yeah. If we win, we're probably going to play about Canada because I think USA going to come first. USA going to win everything. If we win or we lose, I think we and Canada going to play to get into the Olympics. Somebody was asking what Canada have to lose. Well, pride. We're going into this game, Jamaica, based on ranking and quality, are expected to lose to Canada. Canada is not expected to lose to Jamaica. That's what they have to lose, in my humble opinion. People, it's that time when you are we're past the 30-minute mark, and you know that after the 30-minute mark, we accept your phone call. So what you do if you're listening and you hear someone on the phone, we don't have multiple lines, so you have to wait until the person is off and then you call in and you will get through. If you call while they're on the phone, then it's going to ring and get ring until it gets disconnected. All right. We don't have a local female league and Ghana World Cup. We have a million-man league and can make a World Cup player. Hey, all right. So listen, we can't. I understand what we're trying to say, but we shouldn't. Again, I think our male team, if it had nothing to do with a league playing in Jamaica or not playing. It had more to do with administration and coaching. It's not quality of players. Let me say it again. I think our men's senior team had enough quality players to qualify from CONCACAF for this World Cup. If the program was administrated better and we had better coaching decisions from the beginning of the campaign to the end of the campaign, team selection and strategies, and the best pool of players were chosen, I think we would have qualified. All right, so let me say that. That's number one. I don't think it has anything to do with league being played or league not being played. I think it has to do with coaching choices or choices made by the coaches and poor administrative decisions. That led to the downfall of the team. And if you go to the song, the I Am Sure Sports, that we know, that we sure about when we say sport, you know we not doubt. I did say it. If we can get all of these things done and set in place, I did that video right after the big discussion about salaries with the players. And I said at that point, the only way we would qualify is if we get all of these things, workout done. I spoke about, though I talked in that one of those first videos that I did, I said this. Even though they negotiated the salary, they didn't restore the relationships. And so lack of respect flowed right throughout that campaign. I think that is the biggest issue with the meal program. Yo, Manning's no YouTube thing. What do you mean it's no YouTube thing? Ryan, where you talk about Ryan? LFC! Big up, bro. According to FIFA, they pay out for the Women's World Cup. We will see a substantial increase. The payout for the group phase in the 2019 cycle was 750,000 US dollars. Here comes the JFF. Money, oh, as Maka Diamond would say. Yeah, I think I read that in September for the second Olympic spot. Yep. Ian says, I think we need a cam center forward, left back, and right winger. Yeah, good shout that, Ian. Good shout. Mannings, I have a different view. I think instead of attacking Canada, who ranked number 6 in the world and risk getting what USA did to us, we should try to prevent them from scoring. No, sir. We qualify, try to prevent them from scoring. No, sir. The best form of defense to me is attack. I heard from the men's World Cup it will be 27 players from the regular 23. I heard from the men World Cup it will be 27 players from the regular 23. And I'm not sure I understand that one. This is where I unilaterally disagree with many people. After we qualify, we should never go for wholesale changes. If a player was not interested before we qualify, we should not call them. All right. I hear you, Lloyd, but I don't think that players were called and they were not interested. I think that is the difference on the female side. So I think what the coaches will do, remember Havana, Havana came in a week before the last World Cup and replaced a player called Chang. Don't know if you realize that. And many people were disgruntled with Havana came into the team because they felt like Chang should have still been a part of the squad because Chang played throughout the entire campaign. Havana ended up scoring the only goal, but many people still felt like Chang was a better player than Havana. So you don't want that. And there were many people who were disgruntled, even in the team, but everything worked out. So I think the coaches need to look at the team, and then once they have looked at the team, they need to go and find the 4 or 5 players because we have some weak areas. There is a problem at left back and right back. There is a problem at the CDM position. All right, we have Kayla McCoy, but I think we need a next center forward that scores a lot of goals and kind of have the build because there are some bigger teams. The European teams are big as well. So we have to look at those dynamics as we head into it. But it should not be an overall, but like Ian said, probably 4 players. There's no new players in the squad. All of them play before, just them paperwork never ready. Cause me I watch the girls them from day one. Okay. Pesa is saying he's agree. Darrell Marshall says, real talk, yeah, make. Yeah, man. Lloyd O'Connor, how you know the players were not interested? Yeah, I think that is the question. Finalists go to the Olympics. To the 2 teams, yes. So second and third will play for the next spot. Canada is defending Olympic champions. They have a lot to lose. There you go, Red Crossing. So Canada, I think, has more to lose than Jamaica. You understand me? They have pedigree and all of that. You may not like the GFF, but they are the head of the football in this country. So they will get the funds. Yeah. Tennessee, you clearly don't understand what I'm saying. There are players that were approached but didn't show any interest. I am hoping that those players, if they were, I agree with you, Rockford. If players were approached, then yeah. TikTok, I can't listen. All the nations had COVID issues. We never. So let me say this, all right? TikTok, it wasn't COVID. It was how we managed during COVID because COVID affected some of the other places we played against worse than it affected Jamaica. You remember like Mexico during the COVID? El Salvador? The stats at the beginning of the pandemic in those places, like Mexico, was way worse than Jamaica. Remember, Mexico was even a red flag. What happened is that those places were able to administrate and manage in the COVID crisis better than we did. I think that is where we fail because COVID affected everybody. The degree that you were affected had a lot more to do with how properly you administrated than the pandemic itself. And we have to be honest about that. That if we have managed everything better, then we would have gotten better results. Manager keeps saying that we need to thank England. I don't believe that the England team has about 2 black players. Tell the Queen to send us all the girls who were born in well, no monies, man. We did not have the quality in most positions. Totally disagreed. Better players were required. We had qualities. All right, so let me give you the quality that we had. We had Mikel Antonio, good quality player. We had Ethan Pinnock, good quality player. We had Andre Blake, good quality player. We had Leon Bailey, good quality player. Ravel Morris, good quality player. Daniel Johnson, Kevin Stewart, Jordan Cousins. All right, Demarai Gray could have been made available. All the players could have been. Kemar Taxi Lawrence is a good player. Let us not fool ourselves. Damian Lillard is a good player. Liam Moore is a good player. Mariappa is a good player. Wes Harding. All these guys are good players. All of them. Bobby Reed. All of them. All of these players are good players. Shamar Nicholson. They are good players. How they were used and deployed and strategies that were used was the problem. Preparation and organization. The coaches made some bad decisions in terms of how they played, even when they had Alvas Powell and they had Javier Brown. They made bad decisions. Many bad decisions. Games when Ethan Pinnock and some of these guys, Amari Bell, Greg Lee, chopping and changing, out and in. Rangers man, forward, forgot his name, Kemar Roof. All of these players are good quality players. We had enough good quality players in every position on the field. And if somebody would say to me, the one area that we would have struggled is right back. Because we saw Wes Harding, Mariappa, Alvas Powell, and Javier Brown. But it's how we deployed Javier Brown, I think, that affected his play. We just made poor decisions. So I think quality was not the issue. The women not having a local league has been blessing in disguise because no one can try to force their local players. You know what I don't like? This is what I don't agree with, because if there was a local league, because the last cycle there was a local league and there was no local player really in the team. There was no local player in the team really. There was a local league and a lot of the girls were playing overseas. I think, to be fair, and we keep talking about when we talk about the local league and all of those things, we are minimizing the role of good leader, good quality leadership and administration. Right? At the point where Whitmore and the players were blaming the JFF before qualifying began, I knew they would fail. So, TikTok, do you think like there's any responsibility that the JFF should take, and what percentage? Let me ask you this, TikTok. What percentage, if any, of the failed male campaign should be placed on the Jamaica Football Federation? That's one. Number two, when the players were blaming the JFF before the campaign began, was it justified, verified, and did it come to pass? Answer those two questions for me. All right. Rockford, we want the best chance of doing something in the World Cup, not just go there for just the sake of going there. We should not rest on our laurels. We still have a chance to play in the Olympics as well. Okay. They have 3 black players. Yeah, they have an Arsenal girl on it that is, yeah. I am sure sports for the team, the World Cup. Oh, the World Cup. Okay. So they bring in 27 instead of 23. Okay. The women team was not disbanded. They could not find any. But TikTok. Yeah, all right. So TikTok, nobody, you're using some words. I think TikTok, listen, you're trying to present some information many times that people are not talking about. Nobody said the team was disbanded. Nobody. All people have said is that we had no local league and the team qualified. Some persons are saying they're happy that there was no local league, because if there was a local league, then maybe coaches would want to force players from the local league into the senior team and it would cause problems. Nobody mentioned anything about team being disbanded. So, right? So check the conversation and then come up again. All right. And when you answer my question, then I'll respond to the rest of stuff. Tennessee Lewis, why St. Mary College to the player? I can't believe they register again to play in the Manning Cup. Come on, Lyde, stop that. Dan also said so. He said players were sitting on the sidelines waiting post-Haiti interview. Sitting on the sideline, waiting. Maybe he was talking about the two players. The two players. Maybe he was talking about the two players that that were waiting for their documentation. I don't think he meant players were called and rejected the call. I don't think Coach Danos meant that. Chang was having a baby. No, for that World Cup, Chang was dropped, and then after not being called up to the squad for the World Cup, she got pregnant. Check when the baby was born. Check 9 months back. The baby thing came afterwards. Man called Tennessee.
What is it, man? What I got?
I'm here, man.
You know, say everything, yeah, man. Say everything good?
Yeah, man. We're there here. I got you one day at a time.
Yeah, man. Me there, I listen light up and I this up my team, but the man, they wicked to the player. Them.
Yeah?
I this up St. Mary's College, man. I will light up and I go on with.
Oh. Oh, true. He said that St. Mary College has been wicked to themselves because they re-enter the league.
Yeah, man. Tell like say, yo, we stop that, you know, because my team, a big team, you know, and seen you to coach them, you know.
That probably that is a problem.
Yeah, we have to go run around and see it. Because when Unseen did, I'll be a 13 and 17.
No, Unseen was not there at that time. Unseen was not there at that time still. Mine Unseen a year, you know.
I told him, man. But man, I want the people listen to the coach and hear the coach say, we have teams scratch the surface with the amount of talent that we have. Players, man and woman.
When is it?
I want the people who was listening and hear Coach Donaldson said in the interview, say we have teams scratch the surface with the amount of talented players that we have. Man and woman.
That is true. Listen.
You hear him say?
Yeah, listen. Let me say it again. The problem we have in Jamaica is not just recruiting, is how and who and when. Yeah. So let me tell you what I mean by that. You have to be strategic. And this is where the female team must get a lot of credit and the management, because their first recruiting is not in the lowest leagues. It's at the highest levels. They find the Jamaicans and plug them in. With the boys team, sometimes we look for the lower leagues, right? So my plan would be to find the Premier League. And I keep on saying this. We should have started already. Find a coach, because we don't have no coach. Get the coach who can have the influence. Just like with Arsenal, when Arsenal is struggling to get somebody, they put Arteta on the phone. And he sells the players, the project, and the players who probably had reservations end up signing for Arsenal because the coach shares with them the project. You need to have a coach who can sell the project to the players. You go to all the players in the EPL who can represent Jamaica. If it is 50 of them, you go for all 50 in the EPL first. And if you get out of the 50, 10%, you get 5 of them, you have a good core to work with.
All right, man.
Then the second thing you do, you look to the championship. And you must you can't go right throughout the championship. You look at the top clubs in the championship. Say the top half. And you say, out of the top half, let's find 2 more. All right? That's 7 players. All right? Then you have your Leon Baileys and all of these other guys. You have
and
to be,
Ethan Pinnock.
yeah, you have those guys already.
Premier League right now.
There you go. So what you do, you get those players from now at the right age, the right coach, the right project, and then you look for 2026 with them.
Yes, man.
Unless we do that, we're going to keep going over and over and over and over the same cycle of madness.
But man, I think we need to start now. You know, wait until World Cup qualifying almost start. Then I run all over the place and look for players. You understand? You need to start now. Talk to the players. As what you say, if you talk to 50 and you get 5, well, that's good because everybody still now go come. But I think them plan, all right. Sometimes I think they don't look at the bigger picture. I think they just throw things together, and then when the critical time comes, then they realize we need more players, they start search. But then time it's too late, money. If you do something, you have planned for 2026 World Cup, you have to start planning from now. You understand? And I think, money, to me, I think Jamaica need a coach, but a coach from England. Because just say you get most of your players them from.
Yeah.
And you need because if you get rid of father, you need someone with some kind of pedigree. You understand? We can talk to certain players and then we listen. You understand? You can't just get any coach because some players don't go listen to some coach. You understand?
Yeah.
Because if you get most of your players from England, you know, better you get an English coach or somebody like an English Jamaican coach. Because if you get rid of Paula right now, I think that can cause a lot of problems. You understand? Depends on who them bring in to replace it. If that, then say them out. If you go, let him go. You understand? But man, if you notice, Jamaica can end up playing Canada twice because I feel the US are going to win the thing. And I would have said, if it was me, I would have won with the third game, the second game where we are going to play against them, if we beat Costa Rica. You understand? Because at that time, they were going to the final, they have got to play a well-intense game against the United States. You understand? Because remember, 2 rival teams. So maybe United States are going to soften them up a little bit to it. But
the game between second and third place will not be played until in September, you know.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah, so so they would have time to even get in players and things to play and qualify for the Olympics.
Yeah. So whatever, we just go down, right? You understand?
Yeah.
But I think Canada a little bit more than we do. Not a little bit. I think they're more than we, right?
Yeah,
at this point.
That's what I'm saying. Listen, I want the team. I want the team to win. But if we lose, I'm not overly disappointed. We just need to ensure that we finish third. So by September, we'd have had some time, get a couple of players to plug some of the gaps. Probably see we can squeeze in a 1 or 2 games before we play them in the playoffs for the Olympics.
That's true. And now we qualify for World Cup, so I think we'll get some games.
Yeah, man. Definitely.
But man, I just wish the team all the well.
Yeah.
All the best. Whether they win or they can lose, I still support them.
Yeah.
You understand? But I think we can beat Costa Rica and get the third place too.
Definitely.
Yeah, because I think we're a better team than Costa Rica.
I think so.
Man.
Yeah, man. All right, Tennessee, man. Best up as usual, man. Yeah, man. All right. Yeah. So, Coach Boris, let me take this comment. So, I think where you and I think because your approach is we need to get some players locally and develop them. My suggestion is not negating the need to develop local players. However, I will say this to your Coach Boris. I respect your pedigree as a coach. I've heard you say a lot of things about the football that makes a lot of sense. However, you and I have a fundamental difference right now. And here is the difference. The present structure of the football in Jamaica would not facilitate us preparing a group of players locally who have the quality right now to qualify us by themselves for the 2026 World Cup. So, unlike you who want to change the culture, develop locally, and that is your plan, my plan is twofold. In the immediate, I am going to go outside of the shores of Jamaica, approach the players at the highest level, even in the MLS, in the EPL, who can and they want to play for Jamaica. Bring them in. At the same time, there is a process of development starting from the grassroots. But while the grassroots is developing, I want to be playing in the World Cup, Coach Boris. Because one does not replace the other. Both must happen at the same time. Because to do grassroots, you need World Cup and tournament money. That is where you and I have a fundamental difference. Now, if you say to me, nobody in the EPL, nobody in the championship, nobody in the MSL wants to play for Jamaica, then that's a different thing. I have no other choice. But while the choice remains, I'm going to use it. I'm going to use it. I'm going to use it while the choice remains. The female team is a good example of that. The female team, they select the players not just randomly, but there is a strategic. All right, let me give you an example. When Coach Vin Blaine was in the team, and even Lon Donaldson hinted to this, they mentioned right? They mentioned the need in the team, and they go and find players based on the need in the team. So, for example, Carla, welcome to the show. Yeah, man, just
How are you doing?
just give me 1 second. Let me just finish this point, right? So they strategically went and they found a goalkeeper who could use her feet. They found a CDM or a cam because they needed that. They went and they found Satara Murray. They did not just go and say, all right, you can play for Jamaica, come. You can play for Jamaica, come. You can play for Jamaica, come. You can play. No. There are other players that wanted to play that Coach Lon Donaldson have not chosen and Coach Vin Blaine did not choose. You have to be strategic in your recruitment. We are not suggesting to go to England and pick up again, I always tell people I run an organization with a lot of people. And one of the things I've learned is that when I want jobs to be done, I don't go and say, anybody here want to be this and anybody would like, no. You specifically target people. You walk up to people and they say, listen, we need someone to do this. I think that you will be the ideal person. I know right now you don't have all the abilities, but we are going to prepare with all of it. Would you be interested? What I think our recruitment is that we go to the sea, to the ocean, or the river, or the lake, and we throw to our fishing line with the bait on it, and anybody buy it, we pull it, and we scale them, and we put them in the plug. We need to go spear fishing. We need to go down there and look and say, watch this. That is a barracuda. We don't want that. It's a parrot we want. Bam! And we get the parrot and stop bringing barracudas. Carla, welcome to the show.
Yeah, man. I mean, I listen to your point with the way recruit the player. I agree with you, but this is one thing I like if you look into, right? Suppose to say we only recruit from the Premier League, right? But at the same time, we need a good right back.
Yes.
And Imongle there at the championship. We have to look at the championship too, because the team need a right back to this. So.
Right. So what I said though is that the first place we must go is the Premier League. When we have finished with the Premier League, we come down to the top teams in the championship. I said that clearly.
But listen, right? You said the top. Yeah, that we really want the top team in the championship, right? But what if
No. Let me say it again. I have to listen to the words that I'm using. The first place we go is in the Premier League. Then we go to the top teams in the championship. The top teams. I even went as far as saying the top half of the championship.
But all right, Mannings, right?
Yes.
Just beg you a minute and just take a deep breath and listen. Right? All right. What if the best centre forward are playing at Spain? What if the best centre forward?
But that's a top league. But that's a top league. If the best centre forward is playing in La Liga, obviously. We were just talking to. No, man. We were talking about England because that's where the yeah.
Okay. And another point for them I said about develop player in Jamaica. National team not supposed to develop player. A league, them better the league so the players get developed naturally.
No, but nobody. To be fair though, nobody said national team should develop the players. Nobody suggested.
No. The coach said that we could develop players from Jamaica.
No, man, the coach didn't say that. He's talking about the culture. What he's referring to, because his first comment was about the structure of the football. So his suggestion is that we need to start dealing with the grassroots football in Jamaica, because that will facilitate the national. That's what he's saying. What I am saying is that must happen, But at the same time, we need to get the best players to come and play while we are doing the grassroots stuff.
True.
Yeah.
True.
So
that's the point.
Yeah.
You see, that's the point. And at all times, still I go say, we can't wait until like the last time, 2 weeks before World Cup, Ruth Mulcahy call up 20 man. We never play with each other before. If we do that again, we are going to fail. We are going to consistently fail. Yeah, we need to build at least 3 year or 2 year before the World Cup and have the team gel together.
Yeah. So that's what I said. We need to know when we recruit, who we recruit, and how we recruit. Those three things need to be addressed. Everybody cannot come play for Jamaica.
Yeah, and then some of the time, I listen to some of the man and I say, for example, I can call him like Hector Wright. I listen to the big man and I play for Jamaica and I say, he made a call Javon Watson on his side, and it look like some of the man and them just step on this Jamaica thing like but feel like say.
But at the end of the day, Carla, what we have to do is that you will call, right? You say that, listen, I'm going to call, let's use a name. I'm going to call Louis Baker, right? And you think you're right, don't it?
Yeah, yes.
So why can't Hector Wright believe that he's right if he says he wants Javon Watson? Why you are the only one who must be right? Me just ask you.
All right, when him speak, him speak out like personal and.
But that is his opinion, though. I'm saying that respectfully. I think that is the issue we have, and I think this is where some of the people and I differentiate. It's almost like we're saying, like we'd say to Hector Wright, yo, if you have no opinion upon this because you're old, and if your opinion don't agree with our opinion, if you say nothing, you just shut up.
No. This is what I said. Them base some opinion on Jamaica and England. Them basic football.
Yeah, but no matter how he wants to base his opinion and how he comes to it, it is his opinion. What we can say to him is that I don't agree with your opinion. I don't think your opinion is in the best interest of the team.
That is true. I
But
agree with
a
you
man
on that.
is a man. It's like listen, yo, a man I go tell me say, you know, so me eat chicken. Yo, you're idiot, man. You have to eat chicken. A fish alone you have to eat. Brethren, me want to eat chicken. Me not busy about you.
No. All right, man is man. Me's a man still, you know. Me know about life, you know. Me not approach no argument with my mind make up, you know. I'm rather reason to learn than if me reason with you. Because reason, you know, I see a different point of view from when we did that. Because me listen to your interview with Hector Wright. I mean, I say Hector Wright said something. But from talking to you now, I see it from a different perspective. Because me I say, Ravel Morrison, right? When Whitmore take the man off of the bench, the man show us such a difference in a Jamaica side, right? The people there say, why would I have this man on the bench? Like, you not see them thing in a train and you not see them something.
Yeah. That listen, but a part of it is that let me just say this as well. All right. Now, if I ask, understand this, caller. If I ask you, who is the best Jamaican footballer you have seen? Who is the Jamaican?
Me, in a
Walter Boyd. Walter Boyd. All right. You know that if I bring on somebody and them tell us that Diego Gardner is the best footballer, you probably go and say as a new about what Diego Gardner never do. Them man, what kind of baller? He never play. How much time he play for Jamaica? How much goal him score? And you would be right, you know, on the stats, you know.
No, you say what me ever see.
No man. I know, man. So what I'm saying though is that if one of those persons from the 70s or the 80s came to you and bring up like a Diego Gardner name, right? It don't make your opinion about Walter Boyd wrong. It's just that they are from a different era, and what they saw in their era, it works. Because I used to live with my grandmother, you know. I always tell people this story. Carla. There's a lady, she got married, and her husband, them have an oven, you know. And her husband started putting chicken in the toaster. You know them toaster oven. She keep baking chicken in the toaster oven. So the husband, them just get married. So the husband keep asking her, why you doing that? Why you put it in the toaster oven? So she said that that is what she grew up see her mother doing. Anyways, they had a family reunion, and she said, well, if you want to know, go and ask my mother. When she go and ask her mother said, well, that is what I saw my mother doing, which is his wife, grandmother. So he goes to the grandmother and asks the grandmother, why do you do that? The grandmother said to him, when I was young, I didn't have an oven, so I had to bake the chicken in the toaster oven. All right? So the tradition continued, you know, though the technology had changed.
But you know what? I have a similar story, and this is my personal story. When me just come to America, me come from a poor family in Jamaica where, you know, we wash up plate outside with soap fab. So when me just come to America, like me come to a woman, and she see me I wash the plate them with the fab in the sink. And she had things that me crazy, but that me see my mother do.
There you go, sir. And until you learn something new, you're going to believe what is old.
That's true. Some kind of soy also still, because at them time, them realize that dishwashing liquid me for use.
All right, sir. There you go, sir. So I don't disrespect none of the elders them. You see, the elders, they have their opinion. I don't agree with some of the stuff, but I'm not going to disrespect them because I disagree. Because over time, like if the team had qualified for the World Cup, they would have nothing that they could say. Except, boy, the young youth, them do it. The youth, you understand me? So, over time, those things will happen.
Yeah.
And we have the problem I have is that the elders, them sometimes them disrespect the younger generation. And then the younger generation disrespect the elders. It's like we can't have a ground where both of us can agree to disagree and respect each other.
Right. Yeah, true that, because most of the time the elder man them come on, them always say why them youth are in overtime. But things on time change and youth now do them youth. But at the same time, me have to tell you something. I applaud you. I'm respect you because you and the youth name KD. Come listen to everybody. I'm kind of like an unbiased opinion.
Respect, man. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, man.
I tell you, so my time and I agree with you. I'm talking to you.
Yeah, man. I said, go, man. Listen, if you and I agree every time, Them say fools seldom differ, you know.
Yeah.
So
But Kirk, yeah?
yeah, man, bless up. And thanks for the call as usual and the support. Have a great day. Yeah, man. Yes. But Jason, yeah, we're gonna take a couple more calls. Jason, you're saying that the caller doesn't have a problem with the caller. You're saying that the caller doesn't. Hold on a sec, caller. You're saying that the caller doesn't have a problem with opinion. Generally, it is the fact that he said Javon Watson would start in his team. So, caller, you have the background noise. You have turned down the background noise or mute something.
I hear you at all.
Okay. All right. Hold on a sec. So let me just finish. So let me say this, people. I hear an echo in the background though. I'm echo. Yeah, on
The next
speaker.
person, yeah. Okay. No, I mean, hold on there. No, I'm not speaking at it. May I just hang up on this call back?
Yeah,
hang up on call back.
Yeah, man.
All right.
Can we get in an echo? All right. So, people, let me say this. If a person calls and says, listen, I would start Richard King over Ethan Pinnock. I don't agree with it, you know. But at the person's opinion, like why we feel like we need to fight a person's opinion. It's a person's opinion. We don't agree with it. And it sounds like, listen, that is nonsense, in my opinion. But it's a person's opinion. It's a person's opinion. All right, Jermaine, welcome back. Yeah, man, go ahead. It's better
Yeah,
now.
man. Yeah, you better now. Yeah, I don't know what happened. I'm gonna start off with the thing you were talking about with the Javon Watson theory. And as you say, every coach is gonna pick their team, right? Which is true. And everybody has their opinion in that. My only fact with that was that it is tried and it has not worked, right? I'm not no knock to Javon Watson, right? It is tried and it's not worked. Let's just move on, right? And that's just my opinion. Hello?
Yeah, man, I'm listening.
So,
again, that is your opinion.
Just like I said, every coach, and that's my opinion. And every coach and everybody has their own opinion, right?
Exactly.
If a coach want to pick him, I think he's still a good player now. Don't get me wrong. Don't take nothing from him, right? Because him do him thing. But I think, it's a new era right now. Now, if a coach says something but him can fit around him, there's no one should knock that coach for that.
You know
right?
what is
and
my
that's
opinion? Let me give you my opinion. My opinion is that, and people, as good as even Anthony Grant played, Javon Watson, Anthony Grant would not have been in my squad at any point.
There you go.
Because
but you still respect a coach decision.
I would have gone after other players. This is where
There you go.
People ask me like, my biggest problem is this. I think if we had been strategic in our approach, we could have gotten better players from the beginning.
Which is true. But I'm gonna say this to you again, and I respect you. You know what I mean? You're giving me and exactly what I'm saying. You respect another coach for having his players, and that's true. We have got to give coach room. Go there and make the mistake and fail, and then we say, okay, you're gone, right? But we cannot bash a coach if he doesn't play. But I would not go for Javon Watson. That's just my opinion. But we have to respect another man's decision. Yeah. You understand? We have to respect another the decision, even though we would not. You know what I mean? I'm going for that. But this is one of the main topics I want to touch upon. The regular girls that we are, what you call it, recruiting now, right? We're getting some of the best from England, right? Because Drew Spence is a top player.
Let me say it this way. We're getting girls who play in the top leagues in England.
Yes.
Let me put it that way, just to be safe. To say that they are the best in England.
Yes, but I also have,
which is true. That they're the best in England.
I never say they're the best in England. They're paying. Okay, before this, let me back it up for a minute, and I'm trying to get to the bigger point. In England, right, there's a race, and I have facts to back it up. Anything I'm saying right here, I have facts to back it up. So everybody who's listening, I'm not just a choke on other evidence. So Drew Spence was in the English team. And she went to the coach. The coach talked to her in a a racial way, which as a black man living in America, I know what that means. I know how people can talk to you in a certain way, like, hey, Blackie, hey, you, when a bunch of white people there and somebody refer to you as, hey, you, that's disrespect, right? The coach called her in a derogatory way, and it was big thing in the media and all that, right? And she left the England squad. She did not feel accepted. If you look at England squad, it's limited with black players. If you look at the French player, it's loaded with black. The French team is loaded with black players playing in top league. I'm talking black players playing in England, top league, in Europe, top league, around the world. They're isolated from England squad, and that's a fact, right? I'm saying a lot of them is of Jamaican heritage. They're playing in top leagues. Now, my major point is this. In America here, America collegiate system is the biggest in the entire world. America is the only country that has players playing for every national female team that go to college here, or born here, go to college here, right? And some of these girls are good to make the U.S. team, but they just can't pick everybody, right? We also have a lot of Jamaican college players here that's good enough to make on the U.S. team, but as I said, they cannot, and they're playing in top leagues too, around the world. But everybody cannot make the team. The same for England. Now, and next thing is, this is the fact that the point for me I get to know. Our coach right now, Lauren Donaldson, did you know that he coached a lot of girls that's playing for the U.S. national team right now? And they regard him highly. I heard a bunch of them talking about him. Hello?
Yeah, man, I'm listening to you. I'm listening, man.
Okay, so Lauren Donaldson, right? Our national coach right now, right? He coached a lot of the girls that's playing for the U.S. national team right now. He coached a lot of girls that's playing in top leagues around the world, right? This man, so this is a quote. So this is a start right here. We should try to hold Lauren Donaldson because he's been in the American system for a while, you know, and him exposed to a lot. He knows a lot, right? So if we have people that respect, right, and if we go to the next World Cup, right, and we have players playing overseas who respect Lauren Donaldson.
Let me just say this: we are going to the next World Cup, not if.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are. I'm just saying if we keep on making big tournaments, right? And I'm saying if Lauren Donaldson is at the helm and he got this respect, when I hear the American commentators who say, you know, that man coached me, when I heard that there's several players on this team that he coached and they speak highly of him.
Yeah, but Carla,
what is that saying to you about Lauren Donaldson?
You're talking like there is a concern with that Lauren Donaldson job. Do you know something?
No, I'm not saying that with this job. What I'm saying, it's a start right here. We're into something good. We're into something great. We have a gold mine right here.
But Jermaine, remember, Lauren Donaldson has never been relieved of his duty, you know. He walked away from it.
No, you're not. Man is man. No. We never. The thing with the money part.
No, you know, I listened.
Go ahead.
I listened to you, and I was listening to you so much that I even had to wonder if I was still on the line. You know.
Yeah. No, I want to finish my point and make you talk. I want to finish my point and just listen. You understand? Make a finish talk and then you know what I mean, just make you listen. What we were saying, right? There's a lot of top players around the world playing in other leagues, right? England can't keep all of them. America can't keep all of them, right? And if they are, and as you said, we can choose. What you call it? You said earlier, recruit smartly, right? If we have a coach like this that's being respected, and we have players playing in top leagues around the world, that's what you said, top leagues around the world. And we have a coach like we have a man like Lauren Donaldson, which is respect. To me, Lauren Donaldson is a gold mine. It's a man that we can build a national program around. But the JFF and them foolishness, you understand? I think we stumbled onto something good.
But I don't understand. I don't understand how Lauren Donaldson, JFF, and foolishness kind of fit into the conversation. I'm trying to figure it out.
Because the point that OM never pay him. Okay, but part of what I'm saying to you is this JFF and the way them treat the administration. I don't want them treat him like how they treat the other coaches. That's what I'm saying. I don't want this system fail him. That's my whole point.
Okay.
Do you see what I'm saying? I'm not.
Okay, so you're saying that.
This is what I'm getting at.
So you're saying that the JFF needs to not fail Lauren Donaldson.
That's what I'm saying. Lauren Donaldson and the players, and I'm making him get fed up on quick because I heard he left the last time because they did not pay him. right? It was Spain. That's what I'm saying. If we have a good coach
Well,
and a good system,
let me say this. Let me say this though. To your point, I agree with you, and I've always emphasized this, that the greatest asset to a person you employ is not the pay, is the place. All right. So let me explain that. Place is so important that before the creator made people, the creator made place. Your environment is critical. Before the fish was made, the ocean was made. Before the plant was made, the environment, the ground was made. So for things to prosper, the environment must be good and healthy. The sole responsibility of the JFF is to provide the proper environment for all the programs and coaches to be productive. And if they fail to do that, they have failed as an administration, because that is their primary function, to create the space and the environment that causes the things that lodge into that environment to experience the optimum level of success. And the day that they have failed that, they have failed as an administration. And that is what we have noticed. We have noticed that the environment that our teams and our coaches have operated in has not been conducive to great success. So that is where you and I agree on. Here is where.
Thank you for that, and that's exactly what I was trying to say.
Exactly.
That's exactly what I was trying to say.
I understand that.
You know, if they permit, if they put, you know, I said, look, you know what? I mean, it's not even the P. I mean, I'm not even talking about the P, right? But I'm just saying, you know, they provide a structure. When all these,
because listen, people.
No.
Let me say this: a person will leave a high-paying job because it's a toxic environment, and a person will take low salary.
There you go.
In a healthy environment.
Just to be
okay.
Which is beautiful, which is true. So that's exactly what I'm saying. If the JFF say, even if him come to JFF and say, you know what, look, this is what I need. I need this fee. You know, I need to create this environment. Not about money, but when the players from overseas come, because think, right? If Juice fans come, if all these girls come, and you know the level of support, because I see this girl play her heart out for Jamaica. Juice fans play her heart out. I mean, all of them. But I see this girl run. I was like, wow, that's what we need from this overseas player. They're playing with their heart, right? So that's all I'm saying, right? If the JFF gives everybody the respect,
but some of the things, you see, you're bordering on some troublesome things, you know. What do you mean that this is what? When have we not had overseas player playing with their heart? I don't understand. Like,
no, I am never saying that.
Yeah, but why you bringing it up?
I'm gonna give you. Okay, I'm gonna bring up something. The reason why I said that, right? There's people out there who's saying that these people here, they just want to just come and run and done.
Yeah,
I know you heard that conversation
before. No, Jermaine. You see, one of the things sometimes is that I'm challenged sometimes when we are having a conversation that we hear something somewhere else that have nothing to do with what we're discussing.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that it is out there, man. You can't ignore that. People saying some of these guys just want to come for your cap and then them gone. I've shown you heard that. Right? They're not showing no interest because the JFF police and then just gone. What I'm saying though, you do, because I was listening to an interview with Crystal Talawa. She was interviewing a top player. I'm not gonna call his name. And he was saying that Bickering was going.
Like, this is what I'm saying. You're bringing a hearsay. Like,
no, it's not no hearsay. It's out there. It's not. I can say everything else in man is man.
Just listen.
Go ahead.
Just listen, man. All right, you know what? You talk. I will listen to you.
No, and I'm saying to you, it's not no hearsay. I can bring it up for you. It's right when other players themselves from the World Cup, from the prior World Cup, they did not get paid on. And this player said he was just here listening to them arguing and bickering around about money. All I want to do is just play. I didn't care about all that. All I want to do, is just play. Once the World Cup was done, this player gone. He never come back to the program. Never tried to assist. Never said nothing more since since '98. That's my whole point. I'm saying is that we want people who believe in the program, if they fail or not. I'm not just saying there's people out there that are saying that people just want to come and play and just get a cap and gone. What I'm saying about this group of girls, they're committed, their heart and soul into it. I'm saying something good. I'm not giving you hearsay.
All right. So
Go ahead.
the simple point I was making is this. You said Crystal at Talawa TV interviewed a former player on a public platform.
Mm-hmm.
And then you said
Mm-hmm.
you're not going to tell us the player's name.
I can call the name right now if you want.
But that's I'm saying that you could say that she's interviewing the person. That's all I'm saying, you know. So that's number one.
Yes, interview a top English baller, okay, a top English baller, and
All right,
it was Marcus Gill. It was
simple.
Marcus
So
Gill.
we know it's Marcus Gill. So for you to say you're not calling the person name when it's a public interview
it was a public interview. It's out there.
All right, so that's number one. Number two, I hear you, but I'm trying to figure out like from where we're coming from.
Where I'm going.
Like, how did we get to this point that you're at? Yeah, that is what I'm trying to figure out now, because the conversation.
No, but my point, yes.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. No. My point I was making to you, man, was where I said Drew Spence and these girls, they were running blood, sweat, and tears. These girls make me feel so proud. I mean, you know what I'm saying? They were running blood, sweat, and tears. These girls are just coming here just for sure.
I've seen Mariapa run blood, sweat, and tears for Jamaica.
Of course. Of course. I love my boys too. I talk about them too. I'm not downplaying none of these guys. I've seen all these guys too. And I'm agreeing, man. I think you're getting me wrong. I'm not coming for anyone. I'm supporting everybody across the board. What I'm saying now is I want to move forward with everything right now. I love everything I'm seeing from the boys and the girls. They're giving commitment. No, I love what I'm seeing. No, I love what I'm seeing from everything. I just want to go forward though, and I love what I see with London and the girls. I just don't want the JFF to fail us. That's my whole point of everything right here.
All right. So let me ask you. All right, I hear you. So let me ask you: do you think that the girls qualified because of the JFF or in spite of the JFF?
That's a question right there. I think the girls, you know what I mean, they do want to achieve, and I have you can't really say you can't really lock the JFF out. I mean, to be honest, I don't know what's going on behind the scenes, but the girls did bring up a lot of points, that stuff that we did not know, right? So I'm gonna say I put this on, on the girls. Now, people are gonna say JFF is a parent, they provide the platform and this or that. I really don't know, but I have to say everybody has a body and a structure. That's how
All right.
That's how it works.
All right then. Big up Jermaine. Yeah, man.
Yes, man.
Yeah, all right. Bless up. Thanks for the call. All right. So yeah. Yeah, all right. So let me jump back to some of the comments. Yeah. I don't even know where I'm at in the comment section. Big up Kyle for the super chat. I never said anything about no commitment, brother. The caller bring it up when nobody not talk about it over the girls. All right. Shouldn't put in your all on the field as the minimum standard. Why is it a talking point or something to be commended? That's what I'm. Yeah. Once you go there, so let's. Yeah, because once you out on the field, you understand me. That is it. Man is on. Big up. Yeah. Paul T. Davis. Yeah, man, indeed, Kirk. Yo, thanks for reminding me. Today is Paul T. Davis' birthday. Big up. You understand me? Big up Paul T. Davis. Coach at Arnett Garden, formerly held the goal scoring record for Jamaica. You understand me? But you see, here's the thing now. You see, when it comes on to, like I said, the football, for me, I just think if there's any lesson the federation can learn from this campaign is that sometimes management is being a facilitator sometimes and not a dictator. You have to know the transition in management, right? When you are young and inexperienced and you have a manager, there's not a dictatorship in the infancy stage. So like when a child is born, you tell the child everything, you dictate. when your child get older, you facilitate. My point is, I think right now, what the GFF should learn from this is that because they facilitate and not dictate the women's program, look what happened. It worked again. On both occasions that the females have qualified for the World Cup, there was a lot of facilitating. They facilitated an entire new management group basically, and coach. They facilitated and it worked. Same thing happened in the first campaign with them. If you go back to the Jamaica U20s and U17 teams that qualified for the World Cups, the captain Horace Burrell and the administrators, they weren't involved in it as they were in the senior program. They facilitated and it worked. We must be able to understand when our management functions have changed. And let me tell you what that means. It's like parenting. If you have to dictate, right? If you have to dictate to your 19-year-old how to operate, you have failed as a parent. You would have dictated in the early stages, so when they are 19, you facilitate what you have already dictated. That's good parenting. You don't need to dictate to your 30-year-old child. You facilitate them. I think that's one of the lessons that the GFF need to learn and apply across the board to the programs. And if they made a decision to facilitate, then good decision. Whether you made it because you have no other choice, or you had other choices and you made this choice, you facilitated somebody else running the program and calling the shots, and it has worked. If it is not broken, don't fix it. The fact that this has worked, use, there are formulas for finding the area of a triangle, and if it keeps on working, keep on using it. Until the formula stop working, you keep on using it. I like kicking penalties. In all my times of kicking penalties, I've never missed one. I can close my eyes and still score a penalty because I have a formula that works. When it stops working, I must change it. But while it's working, I will leave it. So that's what I would say to the GFF. I see TikTok, I see Kyle and big up Michael. Thank you for the super chat. All right. Man is man, I love how you put it, young and inexperienced. What you talking about, Coach Boris? What you talking about, young? So I say so many things sometimes I don't remember at what point of the conversation I said that. Remind me. All right. Rob Smith, welcome. Sorry, man is man, but the men and the women qualifying is two different things. It's night and day. True. But Rob, what we cannot. All right. So, people, if somebody said to me, Mannings, it was way more difficult for the men, fine. So, if it was so difficult to qualify, we shouldn't make it so difficult to even play the games. We made a difficult task more difficult. The girls so I'm going to give it to you. The girls had an easier task to qualify. The people who led it made it even easier. The difference with the men program is that I'm going to give it all to you. It was very difficult, next to impossible for us to qualify. What we did not do is to put the proper measures in place, which you and I agree on, Rob Smith, to make the work less difficult. Big up Tyrone. Anthony Mark, bless up. Half man is man. What? Half what? Lloyd, I mean, I understand that one, you know. You understand me? Yeah. Man is your Mannings. You when there is no goalkeeper in the goal. Boss Thomas, anyway me meet you there in a goal. Me close me eye and score a penalty. Me I tell you can't save it. I'm gonna tell you when me Boss Thomas, when me I kick my penalty, me tell you where it go. You can't pick it out at the goal. Straight in the back of the net it go. And a joke thing. What I keep trying to tell people is that you can't really compare the two. Women beat no one nation to qualify. The men were the only Caribbean nation in the last round. Okay. Rob Smith. So my point is this, you know. I will not tell people that the ladies' pathway was harder than the men's pathway. What I'll tell people is that the administration of the ladies' program made it easier for them to qualify. What I am saying is that I'm not measuring the difficulty or ease of the competition. I'm measuring the management of the teams because that is my issue. My issue is not the ease or the difficulty of the competition. My issue is how both teams were managed. Bless up. That's so correct, man. Yeah, man. What is the pathway forward for our football? Coach Boris, I'd love to hear what you consider to be the pathway, Coach Boris. Call in and tell us. You are a coach. You are of high repute. You have been coaching overseas. You have coached in the national programs. You have been a part of the Jamaica Football Federation. You have been a part of World Cup campaigns. I know at one point you would want to coach at the national level. You have coached Premier League teams. You have done all of those things. You need to tell us what you believe is the pathway. Me, I'm just managed, man. I'm just a vlogger. You come on, call in and give us a pathway. Let's see if we can work with it, and we'll push the agenda for you if we believe that the agenda is workable. So you give me a pathway. Exactly, Owen. That's what I'm saying. For the next men's boys qualification, we need to recruit Cedella Marley and Michelle Adamalunken. All right, man. Weren't you a bench player? So they sub you on just a bench player. Brethren, I can't bring under 20 alone, me bench. And people they know say we know why, no. Coach Lulu know why. You understand me? Me no bench, brother. Me a start. I'm telling you already, you know. I wasn't into the benching thing. Oh, them look up the scoring 21 overs. Mannings, what do you suggest giving the men's team to other than who? All right. The first thing, I've never suggested to anyone giving the men's program to the Marlies. Right? So, if you'd like to know what I think, I can share that. And this is my opinion. I think what needs to happen with the female team is that the JFF needs to sit down with the Marlies and look at the female teams. This is from our listen, because remember, we have an under 15 team that is struggling to go to their tournament, and the JFF could be fined. I think what we need to do is sit down with the Marlies and create a program on the female side of the football. Under 15, under 17, under 20, and the senior team, because all of those are transition programs, and work with them to see how they can manage female football, and work with Lauren Donaldson, even the Vin Blaine and other Charlie Edwards and the Andrew Price, these guys who have been involved in football, and see if we can begin to work on it from grassroots with the Marlies as well, and see how we can get it on the female side. On the male side of the football, I still believe, this is my opinion, that we have We have former footballers who are big lawyers in big places. We have former footballers who work in Wall Street. We have all of these things. Expert minds who run major academies. Right? So I think what we need to do is get some of these past footballers along with, and I'm talking about those in England who have represented Jamaica, who still want to be a part of it, including like a Paul Hall, get these and form a committee of these players, right, who can work together, the Ricardo Fullers, the Gardners, the guys in America come together, right? And then you have one technical director. I would prefer if we find a European person who can be a technical director over the football, right? Technical director. And I say Europe because most of our players are European based. When the technical director comes, like Mr. Downswell, who is the present technical director, he would be responsible for the Western Confed. You have a next one for the Eastern Confed. You have a next one for the South Central and one for CASAFA. Those four technical, you call them assistant TDs, they report to the main TD. This main TD has some have a next 2 or 4 in the United States and say they have 3 in England. These 3 in England, 4 in Jamaica, and say 3 in the States. These 10 meet with the technical director, either by Zoom and those things, to look at players and what needs to be done. All right? That is the kind of idea I have in place. You get a person who has run or ran, I think like Chris Deering was a person who did the ICC Cricket World Cup. You get persons like that who can manage and run stuff to be over that, and that is called your football development committee. Can these people work together is a different thing. But ideally, that is where I think we need to go. People ask who let me see. The best, let me get some of the comments because we're so close. We have around 12 minutes. The egos to in charge won't allow themselves that because it would give the impression of weakness on their part. All right. My point is women's football is underdeveloped. It's a lot easier to catch up with the pack than it is on the men's side. Okay. The different egos will not allow that, Mannings. Rajic says the best idea so far, don't give JFF no money for them private sponsors. Mannings, man, remember Sidela saw the need and offered her service. Where is the rich guy who wants to take over the men? Who do you suggest, Mannings, man? All right, TikTok, you give us a suggestion. TikTok, who is the best person? You give me an answer. I just gave you some stuff. Remember when Sidela took over, it's not like Sidela pumped millions of her personal money. She just become a channel and she contacted many sources. I think we have people who, if given the opportunity, if called up, if say, listen, we need you to come and manage this for us, they would give time. They would give time. The issue is sometimes we want to put people in place that we can dictate to and control. And the persons who would volunteer their time will not be dictated to or controlled. I think that is where the issue is. We need a master plan to nurture young men and women from under force to the level. All right. Big up Michael Sadler. Anthony Max says, oh geez, don't remind me. pass involved in some West Indies cricket pass or fail always get the pass players involved in some capacity, and that is territorial. Why can't we get a single nation do the same? Nah, I don't agree with West Indies football team. Who pay their management? Listen, I will tell you this. So you people know that I talk to a lot of players. There are a lot of players. Listen, I'm going to be talking to some. There's a lot of players who have resources who would come on board and give time of, because remember now, how it can be done is, listen, up front we don't have, and there are people who will do this. Up front we don't have the money to give you. Are you willing to give some time? Because if we qualify for under 17, under 20, and senior World Cup, money will come in. I suggest this already. And from that, we are willing to give you 0.5%. And there's an estimated 50 million US, and we are willing to split 0.01% amongst you. Just giving an idea, right? So it can be that way because there are people out there who would do that. Come on, people, hit the like button, get the likes up to 100. We have around 9 minutes to go. Listen, I also want to remind you that, listen, I want to remind you that 8:15 this evening, I will be having on Mr. Christopher Williams, right? Going to be a brilliant show. And then at 9:15, we're going to have the track and field show with Pioneer and Sean Grant and others. All right. So TikTok, who do you suggest? The women program can be run on charity. Men's football is more of a business. Anyone who gets involved will want return on their money. All right. There you go, management. The GFF doesn't need money. They need the right environment to attract the money. There you go. Management, how many academies in Jamaica? What I will tell you that there are many more academies in Jamaica now. There are at least 12 good functioning academies in Jamaica right now. There is even a total female academy in Jamaica, run by Neo Oxford, Rainers. You have ballers. I mean, there could be an academy league in Jamaica right now, you know. You have Mount Pleasant. You have the one down in Montego Bay where Milton Griffiths. You have so many good academies. You have the one connected to Clarendon College and Portmore. Yeah. All right, TikTok. So you believe in the FIFA system. What is the FIFA system? Work your way up. So you go to the parish. You become a parish president, and then that's what you believe in. Okay, so our next president is going to be from one of the present parishes, all right, I hear you, boss. That's your opinion. What can I say? Cavell, good day, Cavell. I I don't expect you to give any trouble when you come into the chat. I expect you to, behave yourself, right? I will also ensure that I will tell him that I have my Caymanian who is recommending that he has his cell phone fully charged, and not only that, he has one of those battery packs close by, just in case a lot of the power is used up from his phone, it doesn't die. Right? No, well, Mount Pleasant offers more than football, because remember, Mount Pleasant is a full academy. So that's one. I know ballers do a lot, and a lot of them end up going to school. Like there are academies that can help you to get into schools if you're connected to them. Like for example, like Rainers is connected to Meadowbrook. You have ballers connected to JC. The one out, forget the name of it, Kingston Academy as well, run by the Dutch. Right? This is Eric Raider Makers, and they just came back from tour. All right, so all of these things. So they are a lot of them. What they'll do, they work in partnership with educational institutions and overseas clubs and parties, right? So they can move players to and fro easily. Like right now, oh my God, Harborview is out in Trinidad and Tobago with their under 16s, right? There's also Carl Long Life Palmer, started an academy in Westmoreland as well. So there's a lot of academies that have been started that offers a variety of things. There you go. This one called Joga Bonita, connected to Clarendon College. So they do provide a way to education and also to sport. But Mount Pleasant is the one that is a full-fledged school, along with even Andrew Edwards doing a great job out there in Manchester with his academy. So there are some good academies, man. Good academies, good academies out there. Yeah. Anyway, people, listen. Hey, it has been a very, very good show. You know, management have to go and get some rest because we have two big shows coming up later. You don't want to miss either of them. All right, we're going to have Mr. Christopher Williams on. Listen, and when you come on, listen, you have to come on with some top questions, you know, because we're going to talk to him. Mr. TikTok, why Mr. IMAX it knock you out with a stone over him here 2 days ago? Yeah. JD dealing case. So TikTok, why never tell us about that? What happened of Real Alballer, what happened over there? What happened over there? Why don't we upgrade the Heart Academy and add football to its program? Yeah, but the Heart Academy plays football in a Portmore thing there, plays in the Portmore Community College. Well, Portmore Community College, they play football, you know. It's just that they don't run a football program. I don't know if that would work though, because Heart Academy is really where a lot of the youngsters who go and work on the ship and those things. So you don't want to interfere with that because, I mean, skills training is also important. Yeah, man, we're doing a watch along on Thursday. Definitely, we're going to do a watch along for both games on Thursday, both semifinals game. All right, but people, I'm going to have to leave your TikTok. You need to tell me what happened over there. Man, I don't know about that foolishness. What is that? Oh, Jesus, you start call the man all kind of names. I know we can't manage people. Stop call people name. TikTok. Stop call people them. Where you call the man that name for, man? Me not bother put up them comment there, no, man. Come on, man. The man put a laughing emoji at the end. And thing, you understand me? We all right. So people, listen. Have a blessed day. Stay safe. Live good. Add value to somebody's life. I am Management. This has been I Am Sure Sports. Meet me back at 8:15 here this evening, or 9:15. Christopher Williams 8:15. Pioneer and the Track and Field Gang at 9:15. It has been a wonderful morning into early afternoon with you. I am Management. This is I Am Sure Sports. Please hit the like button before you go. Subscribe if you have not done so yet, and share the live with somebody else. As usual, we say we are over and we are OUT. Out.
Yo, watch about dog, SK New This. The body out there, Sniper King I represent for I Am Sure Sports. You get to me, I say, when you want the latest news and sports and updates and all of that, check out I Am Sure Sports. You know the thing goes in. Remember, cover the whole island. Remember Kingston, Westmoreland, Galchester, Ocho-Rios, Galtigo Bay. Everywhere. I Am Sure Sports. Check it out for the latest news and latest updates. Sniper King I represent. Where them feel like? Ha! Yeah, someone on for the food from young, from where they need height. I Am Sure Sports. Yeah, dog.